fabulously peculiar.
Yeah.
Forgive me if I suggest this to be less than ideal, but to spend the rest of our natural lives confined in a place like this. So if I understand this correctly, to make it out of this place were to kill.
Oh, hey, there's the man of the...
I doubt any of us would kill in front of witnesses. That is to say, under present circumstances, safety in numbers would seem to hold... No, some useful information was gleaned from our joint effort. And that we'll be here for a while. Adapt, I suppose.
What?
These aren't such bad arrangements. In the game of survival, neither the strongest nor smartest have the advantage, but rather those most willing and able to adapt. The most pliable. You will note in the rules a designated curfew. Absurd. At night, we all stay in our rooms. Simple as that.
Wait.
Think about it, my dears. Given this predicament, the dark hours will be especially hard on our nerves as it is. The tiniest sound will persuade us of foulness afoot. Now, needless to say, this restriction must be self-imposed. Its only means of enforcement will be peer.
You might say they march.
Sure, that'll work like a charm. Do you ever listen to yourself?
Look, whoever it is, I won't judge. In other words, to go free, we must commit the perfect crime.
Good.
At the very least, we can rule out Inoshima as a suspect in Mizuno's death.
I propose that we move forward with the investigation. Not to sound unduly harsh, but mourning for lives lost can only hamper chances of safety.
Harsh.
The girl was warned, not least of all by me. Those who cannot adapt are quickly swept away on the tide of their own obsolescence. In short, good riddance. Ah, this could prove useful. Apparently the room she was found in wasn't her own. I see. In other words, no one stands to gain anything from opting to team up. Where would they get the idea the door was locked? Were they not aware that the two had switched rooms? And why be there if they didn't?
X.
No need to throw our hands in the air, Yasuhiro. The devil is in the details. I urge you all to focus.
Now that I think about it...
Yes, but the note clearly says to come to her room. So there we have it then, don't we? She wasn't in her room. And in this scenario, the prize is life itself, but only for one of it. I would expect no less from the heir to an elite conglomerate like the Togami Corporation. The world must look different to you.
Yeah.
What happens if we borrow a notebook from a boy and try to use it?
The milk tea was not to your liking, I assume?
Serving me this swill was a culinary slap in the face. Henceforth, my royal milk tea will be simmered in milk and not just slopped into a cup.
That's a lot of work.
Don't make it again, you corpulent bootlicker! I last saw Fujisaki back in the storage area, given the bloodstains we found on the carpet. I think it's safe to assume the crime was committed right there in the girls' locker room. To wit, we have an incredibly violent serial killer within our ranks.
Indeed.
You were privy to Fukawa's secret and hoped to pin your crime to her other persona. How, pray...
Why?
So the lure of escape wasn't enough. The mastermind will pull whatever strings he can to pit us against each other. It was rather odd. Whoever it was went to great lengths to hide their face, and struck me with that. Yamada's in grave danger.